Okay, back to it. It's now, what's today's date? Oh boy. 22 July 2016. Time is 8:30. So, yeah. Whew. You don't even want to see what Video 15 originally was. Thank God Camtasia crashed and lost the entire thing. But it's one of those things where, like, the next morning you're like, wow. Where there was an angel on our wing that night, right? What'd she say in the Todd Spikes? There was an angel on our. Did she say wing? Oh man, don't get sidetracked. We had an angel looking over us that night. I think that's what she said. Okay, yes, I remember now. The Queensryche song. I remember now. Oh boy, yeah, yeah. Okay, so my boy, and there's okay, I got what's that called? Not true. Truthful statement. A full disclosure. That's what it's called. Okay, I remember seeing what's about to happen with this dog, and it's not what you think. And I remember it blew me away, and it sent me into this just weird place. And it was the original Video 15, Lost Forever, Lost Forever, Lost Forever. And all I can say is thank God, because man, whoo, that stream of consciousness talking ain't all it's cracked up to be. So here we go. All right, I'm gonna attempt to move forward a little bit and continue on. Sounds like he says, fuck you, I don't want to. Now, isn't it ironic, right? Isn't it ironic that it's the female officer that finally gets the initial, gets something going here? I mean, makes some progress with them hands behind that back. So, yeah, oof. Now these guys are stepping in, but you can understand why, though. There's, anything can happen, so they think, Oof, well, the guy is on some form of amphetamine, dude. Shoeless. He is shoeless. I would say, or he's wearing white loafers from the 70s. So these guys are stepping in. He says some more fuck yous. Oh gosh. Now at this point, you're doing good, Richard. You're doing good. Looks like we're getting a hand behind the back. Let's go ahead a little bit further. Sounds like at this point he's just doing this moaning, humming kind of thing, like oh, like he's, you know, we've all been there. We have all been there. All right, let's move a little bit more. Oh, now look, I just realized this. The other cop is coming in now. Gosh, please, Richard, don't have a reaction, man. Do not have a reaction, because I think this dude is about to touch his other arm, man. If not already, it's hard to tell, with my quality of stuff I have here. So let's continue on a little bit. Oh man, the male officer does secure the wrist and bring it to the rear, and she's saying like, okay, okay, she's soothing him or something, and I think it's something's hitting him. I don't know if it's the pain yet. Maybe it's just the humiliation, like the realization that his night has totally changed. Like he left. I guarantee you, when he left during the daylight, he was wearing shoes. He probably had a nice Echo shirt on and a chain and a watch, man. I think the only thing he's got left is his pants. And he probably stole the bike. I guarantee you, what if it was the sister that had to drop him off at the party? You know? And maybe he's thinking he's as high test as Richard Schumacher, right? Or wait, no. Oh no, now I got the names confused. Wait, Richard is the younger. David Schumacher. God, I call myself a fan of Team Cap. Oh, so embarrassing. All right, yes, yes. So he goes to this party like a hotshot, thinking that he's David Schumacher, but you ain't, son. You Richard Schumacher. They ain't the same, man. Let me tell you something. David Schumacher goes to party, man. He's a star, man. You can't talk the same shit, man. Like David Schumacher took on Chris Hansen, and as far as I'm concerned, okay, the girl don't want to come, and you got a problem with it. Okay. All right. Let's move on a little bit. Okay, interesting. They are okay. This anyway. The cop stands up and says, looks to this guy, and he says, "Hey, you want to roll EMS, emergency medical services?" Because look at him. He's looking down at this catastrophe that is Richard Schumacher's armpit. Oh man. Ugh. Ugh. Like I bet it just looks like a jock strap that was like run over by a semi while still being worn. Oh, what a bloody mess. He sees it. He's probably feeling the pain. You can see him leaning back. He's like, oof. You want to roll EMS? Let's see what, let's move forward and see what he says. Watch the cop say, no, fuck that guy. Let him sit there for 20 minutes, asshole. All right, let's keep going. Okay, I see what's happening now. Okay, and we're coming up. This one part we're gonna see, and then after that I don't remember. And I'd forgotten about this part here. So crazy. Anyway, so yeah, looks like things are finally calming down. So anyway, this guy is coming to the vehicle, and he's gonna obviously place the dog in the vehicle, and I assume he's gonna either call the EMS or something. But anyway, I'm gonna skip kind of way ahead and get to the important part. But he's putting the dog into the truck. Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay, maybe take it back like 10:54 just to be sure you catch. What you want to catch is, he says good boy. Like right, he says good boy. Then there's a good boy, right? And you hear the door open or something like that, So, but anyway, 10:56, man, I lost my shit. And all I can say is it's a good thing. It's a good thing because then what started on after that was just insanity. Absolute insanity. And then what happened was when that video got lost, right? That whole chunk got lost. Then I broke into something completely different. And wow. I mean, not like, doing weird shit. I mean, just like blah 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 blah. Sound volumes off the charts, that kind of shit. That's all. So, yeah, yeah. So anyway, yeah, he says now what's happening now? He's praising the dog. Okay, now this is this is where it starts, the praising of the dog. Like he says, "Good boy, the good boy." It's more intense, and now he's in the truck, and it's really some intense praise begins. Okay, now I'm going to listen to it for a little bit. Hold on a second. He goes, good boy. And then he goes, it's a good boy. He goes, just this screeching high pitch, man. I'm telling you, I started losing my shit, man. I mean, losing it bad. Bad. You got to hear it yourself. It's those two things, like, good boy. And then he goes, good boy. Like, it spikes. I can't even do it. I can't even do it, okay? And that just, I lost it. I completely lost it, man. And then like I'm already like it's like literally like they sent spirit into my armpit, man, or my brain or something. Just I was already just tweaked out on what I had just heard, right? Lost my shit, and then what happens next? Oh God, hold on. Okay, yes, what happens next? Now I'm going to pause it. Oh boy, he's like, you good boy, you did good, son. You protected Daddy. Oh my God, the things I said when I heard those three phrases strung together in a completely improvised moment. That this guy completely forgot that he was being recorded, like that kind of shit, man. Shit got real in the back of this truck, man. That's all I'm saying, dude. Like, seriously, guys, get a chat room. Oh my gosh, I'm going to listen to it again. Hold on a second. Whoa, where am I at? Hold on. What's going on? You did good, son. You protected Daddy. Oh my God, man. All I have now is just the chills. Just the chills. The however many days ago it was, and then just the chain of events that just this whole experience led into is just, oh my God. Oh my goodness. You protected Daddy. Oh my God. All right. So let's just put it aside. You can see it for you. Well, obviously, you've already seen it yourselves. I mean, I couldn't imagine anybody starting off with this video and then going and seeing. Now, that's hardcore, man. That would be hardcore. Anybody that can make that claim, I can say, wow, you got my respect, man. You got my respect because why? All right, but yeah, you protected daddy. That's the new catchphrase, man. You did good, son. You protected daddy. Oh my gosh. All right, let's move forward a little bit more. Okay, so now at this point, here's the officer here. He's so door shut, and then he's just walking over. It's kind of hard to hear what they're saying sometimes, but obviously they're going to start calling the EMS. Matter of fact, I don't think this guy did call EMS like the dude asked him to do. Oh, I know people that pull shit like that. I'd be like, if I outrank the guy, I'd be like, "Yo, son, did you call that EMS like I told you to? I didn't tell you to put away the dog. I said get MES or MES or EMS. You protected daddy. Oh my gosh, too much, man. Oh, I'm telling you, I didn't sleep for days after that one. Oh, I remember now. Oh my God, he goes. The cop, the canine cop, just walked by and said, "Geez, Louise." That's exactly, yeah, I remember that. Then I lost my shit all over again. Like, seriously, I'd spent like 30 minutes just freaking out inside the back of this truck, dude. Spirit took me there, dude. I'm telling you, man. Spirit, I was in there with him, man, and I was like, I can't believe what I'm hearing. About 30 minutes later, so finally, right, I'm thinking that the brutality is over, and then as the cop comes over, he goes, "Geez, Louise." But see, I can't see what the cop is looking at. Is he talking about the situation as a whole, or did he just see the extent of the injuries that have been inflicted upon Richard Schumacher? It could go either way, man. Either way. Like, geez Louise, this asshole, or geez Louise, what the fuck happened to this guy, you know? I hope you call that EMS, man. Oh, let's see. Okay, so I'm not a sound expert, so I'm just making my little rough judgment here. It doesn't sound like he called EMS, man. I didn't hear anything because he would say like male, Caucasian, dog bite or something, or maybe I didn't, maybe I missed it. So I don't want to jump to conclusions, but at this point, I'm just imagining, okay, that they haven't called EMS yet, and what's happening off screen is that the canine cop is now doing his breakdown of what happened and what led up to this point. And so that tells me that the guy is it's just like the movies, a supervisor. You always, okay, first thing you do is tell the supervisor what happened. Now, is that being done in honesty, or is this guy pulling a bullshit maneuver to not call EMS because the dude told him to call EMS? Well, I know people pull that shit. Okay, people play roles. They'll pull shit like that. You have them do something, and they do something else, and they come back to you, and then they'll telling you this other stuff. And you stop them. You're like, did you do the thing? Then do it now. If you outrank them. If you don't outrank them, or you're the same rank, you're like, yo, dog, we having a power struggle here? What's going on? But yeah, so I see this many different ways, but so keep a clock, tick on the clock, EMS at this point, I'm imagining, has not been called yet. So this guy's breaking into town a full breakdown of the situation, what happened, what led up to this. All right, so let's continue forward. Okay, I remember this. It's hard. You can hear the cop's voice louder as he's telling the story, but Schumacher is saying some interesting things, or he's making interesting noises. Is really what it is. He's like, like just I don't know how to describe it. It's not screaming per se, but it's some just growling, I guess. But growling is not the right word either. He's feeling it now. Something he's feeling, the insanity, and his legs were kicking up, and he's like, ah. It's more like almost guttural, like he's choking on his own spit or something. The blood from the armpit is bleeding internally into his esophagus or something. Spirit got a quick hole into the neck, man. He's drowning in his own armpit blood. Oh my gosh, that'd be a terrible way to go, man. On the streets of Punta Gorda, man. Oh. All right, let's go forward. So, so it's hard. It's really split because I really want to try to hear the sounds he's making, but you hear this guy breaking down the story, and the sound levels really interfere with each other, so it's kind of hard to hear. So, all right, let's move forward a little bit more. Whew, yeah, yeah, yeah. Schumacher is like something like I'm gonna freeze to death, bleed to death. That's what he said. Something about he's gonna bleed to death, and then he's like, I can feel it, I can feel it. That's now I didn't catch that the other night. I didn't catch where he said that. He said I'm gonna bleed to death, not freeze to death. I'm gonna bleed to death. And that's what he means when he's saying I feel it, because I bet he feels it, dude. He feels the blood leaving his, I was gonna say body, but let's just be honest, his armpit, dude. As okay. So you put your hands now. Remember his armpit is fucked up, man. Now all his fault, all his fault. Let's, dude. Did you let's have a flashback, man. Now see if I had the time to do the editing, we'd do a flashback, and you'd see that part where he throws the bike down and goes what, and then a quick forward flash to "fuck you, punk." Oh, I remember that. Fuck you, punk, man. Oh my god, that was awesome, dude. Swear to God, next time somebody pisses me off, I'm just gonna lay on my back and they just lean up and go "fuck you, punk," and they'll be like, "What just happened to me?" All right, but yeah, he is feeling a lot of blood coming out, man, and he's really feeling it now, man. I think the fear is setting in. All right, let's keep going forward. Damn, it's words, but man, all I'm hearing is just gut. It's just that slurred whatever, but he's saying a bunch of shit. His legs are kicking, you know. Some of the stuff that you're seeing here is not shadow; it is blood, you know. But yes, he's trying. I think he's like really kind of getting close to freaking out, kind of. All right, let's keep going forward a little bit. I remember this. I remember this. Now remember, by the time I got to this point, I had that massive flip out over the dog thing, man. My nerves were shot. And then he arches his back, right? He leans up, and you can see how he is now. And he just now completed saying, "I got a violation of probation." So that's probably why. Part of the reason was that he probably kind of rolled off. I'm not gonna say took off, man. If you see the video, he tries to play that game where I didn't hear him or see him. Yeah, I've already done that, but that part. But he goes, "I got violation of probation," and I remember now. I think he tries to get a little feisty, but then I think the shit just hits him again, and he just goes back to the ground. Let's find out. I think that he's screaming to the cop his birth date. "I was born something something," and I just now heard 1990. So I think what he's doing, okay, maybe he wasn't currently on violation of probation. He must have been saying he's listing his priors. I think what is it? "I got violation of probation. I was born," and it sounded like he said West Texas, man. I swear to God, it sounded like he said something about West Texas. I might try to play this back a couple of times, man. And then something something 1990. Like, he's so proud of 1990, man. Wow, man. But I wish we could take out because I don't want to hear the cop. We already know the story, okay? We already know the story. We're not fact checking the cop insofar as what led up to this. You know, the fact checking that we're trying to do is, did you or did you not do it that if let's just say the supervisor, okay? Obviously, because he showed up later, and he's not dressed in the same uniform, I don't believe. Okay, so let's just say, did you or did you not or did you not call EMS when your supervisor told you to do so? Okay, and if you did not, were you trying some bullshit maneuver where you just intentionally do something else and then come over and then like try to distract or whatever and get the supervisor to make that call instead? Don't pull them bullshit moves with me, man. So I know that game. Because people play roles, man. People play roles. And you let them play roles with you. That's what they call a shitty manager. You know? Anyway, all right. So yeah, so it looks like what he's doing is, and I'm not listening to the cop. I'm trying to listen to Schumacher, right? Schumacher's the star of the show and Spirit. Uh, but I'm not listening. I'm not listening to the cop. So maybe the cop was saying something about he wouldn't give me his information or something. And who knows? But he is definitely directing it, I believe, at the two cops. Probably as a distraction from what's going on in his armpit. All right, let's keep moving forward. Man, he is just growling and saying things. Now he's talking to the female officer, but I can't understand what he's saying, you know? I really can't. And then the damn dog starts barking. And the dog wants another taste, man. He likes that Schumacher blood, man. He wants another bite, man. Oh, man. All right, so let's go forward a little. Man, I wish that cop wasn't talking like this, man. If they had just been silent, man, we could have heard everything this guy's saying, because every bit of it is gold. Every bit of it is gold, man. I'm telling you, I'm telling you. All right, let's go forward a little bit. Wow. Okay. Yeah, man. Some shit starts going down now. He starts bucking up, man. And there's you can see right now. I think what he does is he moved the other the right leg. It appears has moved forward, and he's about to try to use that as like a leverage or something to really, dude. He like bucks up, dude. Oh man. And he's really starting to get agitated again. Yeah, I remember this. Yeah, I was talking about that. The second wave, or in this case, probably the fourth or fifth wave of the bath salts, or the amphetamine substance or whatever, or just adrenaline and anger. I mean, I don't know the tox results, but that would be interesting to know. You find out his blood was actually full of Coors Light. Oh, he loses all street cred lost. They were like, okay, yeah, we ran the blood tox. Nope, no amphetamine, no bath salts. Wow, not even any marijuana, but a lot of Coors Light. Oh, they'll be like, you hipster douche from the 80s. Oh man. All right. So yeah, this is really good, man. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right, let's keep going forward a little bit.